E-commerce expansion myths blasted. Successful cross-border expansion help. Listen to the show to hear how one UK company is helping e-commerce sellers successfully expand into Europe and double their profits. Hosted by Andy Hooper of Global E-commerce Experts.
So welcome everyone to the next podcast. We've got a really exciting guest with us today, which really is the crucial step in getting your products from wherever they are to the EU. So it's really, really key that we bring these people on, because they are a key ingredient in helping you succeed successfully. So I want to introduce Pearl from First Choice Shipping. So Pearl, thank you very much for coming on. Hopefully you can hear us, because I know we are struggling with a connection here. But I just thought you'd like to introduce yourself first.
Sure. Thanks for having me, Andy. So basically, I'm with First Choice Shipping, as Andy mentioned. Now, what we do is we help sellers expand into the various international marketplaces that Amazon has. Most notably the UK, which is, the strongest marketplace after the USA. So basically what we do is we have partnerships with carriers such as DHL, UPS, FedEx, and we bring you their services, but up to 80% off their rates. So when you're getting started, let's say today, and you want to go and open an account with them, aside from it taking a while to get the account going, you're starting with zero credit. So you're going to be having those rates that are almost impossible to make it work with the international marketplace. For instance, if you cost you a few $100s just for your own ticket. So imagine if you want to ship lots of products without those discounts, you're almost not going to be able to make a profit. So this is, one of the big benefits of using a carrier like ourselves. And the reason why Amazon recommends our services, and we're the #1 recommended provider for them, is because we're like a boutique kind of service for sellers that are looking to expand. And what I mean by that is we bring you various different partners and various different services that we offer to make it possible in order to expand. For example, our partnership with Global E-commerce will allow us to get you the VAT registration done, so you're able to expand. Doing this yourself is a very long process. It's very difficult. And having those partners together with us, we're able to make it really simple for you, and just give you those steps and make it happen. So that's basically it in a nutshell.
Perfect. So so whereabouts are you guys based?
So we're actually based in New York, and we have offices in the UK, in Canada as well. So those are the two biggest marketplaces that we assist getting our sellers to. But we help sellers get to Japan and Australia as well. Really any marketplace that Amazon has their FBA centers in, to help you facilitate your shipments to get there.
Perfect. And where can you ship products to and from? So I know what you said, where you can ship them to, but where can you ship products from?
We pretty much ship from anywhere. So yeah, pretty much from anywhere that you want to ship from, we can make it happen.
Perfect. And you're talking about doing shipping, but what sort of service is that? Is that shipping? Is that air? How do they sort of work?
Great question. So we do both. We offer ocean services and we offer air services. And within air, we actually offer two different kinds of air services. So we offer courier services, like what I mentioned, with our partnerships with DHL, UPS, and FedEx. And then we offer air freight services as well. So we're a licensed forwarder to tender your shipments to airlines directly. So airlines such as British Airways, for example, will have a cargo section on the bottom where usually the suitcases are kept. And we reserve space for you on those airlines. And that's a much cheaper option than with courier for shipments that are very large, so like a couple pallets at a time, or even 2 pallets. Doesn't even have to be more than that. And then we facilitate to have that picked up and delivered. So we take care of it from pickup till final delivery. We make the Amazon appointments for you, all that stuff. So that's within air. And then ocean services, we offer ocean services from Vietnam, China. We don't offer it yet from the USA, but it's something that's cooking. So we're going to have that very soon, actually.
Oh, that's really exciting. Because I know that some of the, obviously, where we've got the partnership already, some of the clients have said, getting those shipments coming over from the States. But that's amazing news that that's going to happen. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're super excited. So let's keep it between us. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get.
It might be too late for that. I don't know.
I know, right?
Don't worry. The podcast won't be
well.
live for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
now, we've obviously talked about the service, how it works. So when someone wants to make that shipment, how can they go about doing that? Do they have to phone you? Do they email you? How does that work?
Okay, so we actually have our own custom online portal that they're able to do everything on. So what you do is you literally just go and sign up on our First Choice shipping website. We have a sign up option. You sign up, we activate your account. All that could take you literally 5 minutes. And then we'll take your VAT number, your ERI number, we'll install it for you. And then you're able to create everything straight from our online portal. So the process would be like this. You would be going into Seller Central first, Amazon's webpage, creating the work order, letting them know what you want to send in. And they're not going to give you shipping options because Amazon does not provide shipping services for international shipments. And that's where our partnership with them comes into play. So what's going to happen is they'll just give you the address where they want you to ship it to. In the UK, for example, you'll take that address and you'll go on to First Choice's portal and you'll create a shipment going to that location. We actually make it simple for you. So we have all the Amazon addresses already installed for you. So you don't have to bother copy pasting stuff. You just look for the address that you're looking for, create the label straight from there. Commercial invoices will be generated automatically as well. And you could create a free pickup along with a shipment from the portal. So all this shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes. We made the process really simple and broke down the steps very easily. So within, like I said, with 5 minutes, you should have the whole shipment set up, commercial invoice, pickup, all that. You can even have a pickup that same day. And most of our shipments are delivered within 2 business days. So it's a super fast transaction.
Oh,
and when I say
fantastic.
2 business days, I mean straight into Amazon's FC. So, you know, it's your product is live right away.
That's super quick. That's really good. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love the fact that there's an online system saying just go online. It's really simple and easy to use. You know, it makes life really, really easy for sellers out there to get in their products and making it happen, I suppose.
Yes, it's been a life changer for Amazon especially. We made their job simple. So basically when, you know, our partnership began like around 3 years ago when they actually met some of our clients, and our clients were so happy with us. So they showed Amazon at one of these conferences what it looks like, and they reached out to us. And that's how our whole, you know, relationship began. So they are super happy. We helped them grow the entire European expansion team from their end. And of course, many sellers that have started doing it because we made the process just so easy and it's economical, which it wasn't before this.
Yeah. And that's the simple thing, isn't it? It's just the simpler it is, the easier it is. So how do you know, your client base, is that mainly e-commerce sellers, you know, or have you got a mixture?
Yeah, so mainly it's e-commerce sellers. I would say 99% of our clients are Amazon sellers. But we do a lot of B2B as well. So we do China importing. So people that are looking to import from China, we could import it to wherever. Also a door-to-door service where we do China straight into Amazon. So we do the Amazon appointments for that too. So really, you know, any kind of business is welcome to use our services. But because our platform is so user-friendly, especially for Amazon, a lot of Amazon sellers love using our service.
Yeah, perfect. And so you're well versed in you know, supplying, working with, and understanding the e-commerce you know, market, if you like. So with that in mind, you know, what are the sort of things that you see that people struggle with their expansion? So what are the sort of key things that these are things, 3 things people most commonly struggle with, and any sort of solutions to those?
Yeah, so I'll just mention some mistakes people make when they're starting and they're not using providers like ourselves, and where they're always messing up with. They should be really careful on that. So for starters, people don't realize that Amazon doesn't want to be responsible for your shipment at all. They just want it to be delivered and that's it. And what I mean by responsible, they don't want to have any customs charges billed to them. They want to make sure they're not the importer on record. So all that stuff you need to make sure is made, that is marked on the shipper's end. So the term that you're supposed to be using is DDP, David Paul, when you're shipping your goods, and that stands for delivered duties paid. That means that your shipment is arriving to Amazon and everything is paid in advance. So shipping charges, customs charges, all that stuff. So when they receive it, they say, okay, everything is paid for, we can receive this properly. Lots of the sellers, when they're filling out their commercial invoice, which is the document for customs stating exactly what they're going to be shipping, they end up using the term DDU because they're guided by professionals that are not savvy with Amazon. They don't know how e-commerce works. They'll say, yeah, use DDU because in international standards, normally the receiver will pay for their goods, and they'll pay for the taxes along with it. But Amazon is different. So make sure you're not messing up with that. Make sure you're using the term DDP, David Paul, like that your shipment is cleared properly and no issues come up. And with the importer, you have an address forwarding location that will act as the importer because Amazon won't let you use their address as the importer of record. So that's something that we help our sellers with as well. So those are two really important things that most seasoned sellers will mess up with in the beginning, and then they give up after those mistakes because their shipments arrive to Amazon, it gets refused, and they get a huge bill, and their goods are not even there. So they just end up giving up. So that's something that I definitely want to put out there. Also really important to make sure that your translations on your listings are properly done. If you're going to be doing translation just by using Google, you might not get the results that you want because, for example, I own a successful gift basket business. We do food gift baskets for Christmas, and we were just not selling, and it didn't make sense until we realized that gift baskets are called hampers in the UK. And that's not something that I would have gotten just by Googling it on online. I needed a professional or somebody that actually is a native person from Europe that would tell me, okay, look, this is your problem. So make sure you're using somebody that's good. I personally have recommendations that I could give to sellers if they need that, but it's something that you should definitely be careful with as far as those mistakes that you're talking about.
Yeah, quite right. And the languages as well. When you've got the other languages, French, German, Italian, and Spanish, the keywords are also different. So the keywords are critical to get your goods in the right market. So yeah, that's a great thing. So with the e-commerce market at the moment, how do you see it? What's your take on where e-commerce is, where the land is lying, if you like, and what should we be thinking about coming into 2019?
Well, the UK market is growing stronger than ever. Obviously, we see that with the shipments that are going out. We ourselves signed up an unlimited amount of new sellers, and everybody is just, I see the growth from the first day they started shipping till 6 months in. I would say like it takes a good 6 months until someone's account is optimized properly. Once they're hitting that 6-month mark, the amount of shipments people are sending out is unbelievable. So there's obviously a lot of growth potential, especially now. We're talking about Black Friday before the holidays. It's crazy right now. So my recommendation is always you're sending goods to Amazon in the USA. That's where most of the sellers are starting out because obviously that's the biggest marketplace. The UK, you should easily be doing at least 25% of those sales. So just send over the same goods that you're sending in the US. Just send an extra shipment out to the UK. It's such minimal effort on your end. It's just another shipment, and you could be adding another 25% to your revenue. So we see tremendous growth in our end. So obviously the sellers are seeing that too, and the feedback is phenomenal. So just take that leap. And with partners that can make it easy, just educate yourself on who could be those right individuals for you.
That's perfect. That's brilliant. There's some really good tips in there. That leads me on to the last bit of if you had one tip to give someone that they were expanding, what would it be?
Start out small. Take 10 of your best sellers, send out a small shipment. I always tell my customers, obviously the more you ship, the more money we make, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to help you. We want to help grow your business. Just take 10 of those most popular products, send down 2-3 boxes, see how it goes, and you will be really surprised to see how different the marketplace in the UK is versus in the USA. Because of less competition, you're able to sell your product at a higher number, at a higher margin, because of the less competition, and because products that you're selling aren't readily available in the UK like they're in the USA. So it's really a no-brainer. I would say, you know, give us a call. Let's talk about it. Let's run a quote for you. See if the shipping works for your product. And I think we could definitely make that, you know, that dream of yourself a reality. It's not as hard as you think it is.
Perfect. So that leads me really nicely into really becoming sort of the end of the podcast. But how can people get in contact with First Choice? You said to get in contact with you. What's the best way of doing that?
It's always best to email or call us. You could email us at support@firstchoiceship.com, or you could call us at 718-435-4400. If you're calling from the UK, our phone number is 0203-318-8563. And just ask to speak with our support team, or even myself. I'm always available. And we could just help you out and give you that consultation, free of charge, of course.
That's amazing. Well, I think there's some amazing tips in there for the sellers listening. So thank you very much to Pearl at First Choice for all of her nuggets and how the service works. Because, you know, when you're expanding, you want to make that a smooth, simple process. And I think the shipping is a vital ingredient to that. So I think we've shown today that that's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. And you guys are there to support and help the sellers.
Excellent. Thank you, Andy. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. And thank you for your time.